Hi guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Imaginext Jurassic World, Carnotaurus and Ian Malcolm. This is the only Ian Malcolm figure I own. I do not own the regular Legacy collection, nor do I own the Amber collection, because Dr. Malcolm didn't really get much of a release over in the UK. So we'll put the Carnotaurus off to the side for a minute and we shall take a look at him first. So this is his Fallen Kingdom appearance. There we go. Let's just break that. So yeah, this is his Fallen Kingdom appearance. So he's got the grey hair and the stubble. It's a nice little figure. So yeah, it's a nice little figure of him. Obviously not the most accurate because Imaginext are more based at little kids rather than the adult collectors. So, you know, accuracy isn't that important. But I don't know if you can see, but there are some, it does have some eyes printed behind his sunglasses. So yeah, and he's got the Jurassic World logo printed on his shirt. And then the Imaginext logo stamped on his, under his foot. Paint is not really there with him. I mean, he's got the prints. He's got the prints on his face, and obviously his hair will have been painted. But that's it. Everything else will be moulded in the grey or the skin tone plastic. That'll just be a print. And that's it. For articulation, he can look, left and right. He can't do up and down. His arms can do full 360, and they can also go in and out. His wrists also rotate. For his legs, he can sit down. And that's it. And the legs move together. You can't move them individually. Because that's how Imaginext human figures work. For accessories, he comes with... This is supposed to be a flare. I'm just guessing it's supposed to be a flare. But it looks more like just a torch that you'd find plonked in the ground. But I'm assuming it is meant to be a flare. Like in the first Jurassic Park. Though more... a bit bigger. Now let's just stick that back in his hand. He does hold it nicely, He's not letting go of that anytime soon. So they do have good grips. You just have to put it in at the right angle, because otherwise it looks a bit weird. So yeah, that is the Ian Malcolm figure. So we'll stick him off to the side. You can sit down actually. So if you sit there, you're not going to want to sit, are you? There we go. You sit there. And we'll bring in the Carnotaurus. Now, this is the not Toro version. This is just a regular Carnotaurus. I do believe they are re-releasing this exact figure as a Toro repaint. So it's just going to be much darker colours and then probably have the little scar that's here. But I have the non-Toro version, which, I wanted the non-Toro version because it came with a little Jeff Goldblum. So anyway, here is the Carnotaurus. Now the Imaginext dinosaurs obviously are really toonified for kids, but they're still really nice figures. And if you can ignore the giant button on the back, then they look really nice on display. So yeah, so here's the Carnotaurus. Really nice figure. Not much detailing on the inside of the mouth at all. The tongue, is painted and that's about it. And it's got the little ridge that runs down the middle, but that's it. All of the detail on this guy's on the outside. So he's got the little yellow ridges running down his back, little yellow spikes. That for some reason turn into gold spikes on the tip of his tail. I don't know. He got his little tiny arms. Obviously not accurate because pretty sure Carnotaurus had, was it 4 or 5 fingers on its really useless arms. The horns look like they're made of rock. They look like freaking rock horns. Oh, is the eyes on mine scratched? Oh well. See, and then coming down to the feet, he does have the Jurassic World logo printed on the underside of his foot. The Imaginext logo is just on the button. And yeah, it's a really nice figure. Excuse me. One of the things I like about the Imaginext dinosaurs is they have follow me eyes. So no matter where the camera is, the dinosaur is always looking at the camera. And the way these are made is the eye is slightly set back in the head. And also you've just got the like the plastic dome over it to make it look more 3D. But yeah, the eye is just more inset in the head. But it is cool. For articulation, you've got the front arms, which can do full 360s. Although, once again, I really don't get why Carnotaurus needs articulated arms, when in real life all it could do was that, really. But no, we'll stick them out. The legs can go forward that far, and then back that far, so he can swim. But obviously there's always that sweet spot to get him to stand up. And the tail, the tip of the tail can move. It would have made a lot more sense if the whole tail moved, so it's like if it was articulated at the base, because that looks weird. But oh well, it's Imaginext. They're for little kids, not adults. The action feature, when you press this button, he basically bites. So yeah, when you press the button, his head moves forward and his mouth opens. It doesn't open as far as it could, because when you do that, you can see it opens a bit further. But oh well. These nice little teeth are painted in grey this time. They're not actually painted in white. They're just painted in a very light grey. I didn't actually notice that until just now. But oh well. So yeah. That is the action feature. It is unfortunate that he has the same freaking tongue syndrome as the original run of the Extreme Chomping T-Rex, in the sense that the tongue is stuck out like that. So he can't really pick anything up. Let's just see, can he pick Dr. Malcom up? Not really. Yeah, he can't really properly bite anything because of that tongue. Unless you do that and then it just looks weird. Stick him under the tongue. Yeah, it just looks weird. So unfortunately he can't properly bite anything. Oh well. But that doesn't matter. Obviously, like I said, this is aimed at little kids and not the collectors. So he's more going to be he's more just going to freaking bash his head against something to knock it over. But obviously it's a Carnotaurus, he has horns, you can always just go. You can always just have him ram everything. So yeah, that's all I have to say about that. I can't really say anything else. So thank you very much for watching, guys. And I shall see you all in the next video, whatever that'll be. Bye!